Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're continuing our first hard mode playthrough of Ixion. Let's get started. Okay, it's been like 2 weeks since I played this. Let's try to figure out what the heck's going on here. There are no health buildings in Sector 2. There are no crew members injured in Sector 2. Food tutorial, yeah, we know how to do that. We have a chunk of iron here coming in. What are we in the midst of trying to do right now? Sending an expedition to Jupiter. We also need to build 2 batteries. Our power is also maxed out. Are we in the middle of building a solar panel? Not currently, it looks like. We have one queued. Also not currently. We do have both steel mills. Okay, so we were getting plastic production online, I think. We need plastic for the whatchamacallit, solar panels. So this is 60 and 2 electronics components. So we're actually going to need plastic and electronics components for this. And we have to get the electronics components online at some point, but we can't have them online at the same time as the plastic. I'm going to just real quick check my spacing here. Oh, this is kind of awkward. Guess this will do. I think we need to move this guy. We're also in the process of moving more people here, unbundling people from here, and building more housing. And I think we were also trying to stabilize our food supply, which it looks like we have under control currently. More people coming. We might have to shut off one of our factories at some point to get this medical building online, which is kind of okay. Make sure these are both turned off. Okay, that's good. We need more power, but it's going to be a while before we can get it, is the thing. I think we need to build a new stability building. Oh, this is just too expensive, though. We don't have the electronics components, is the big problem. Do we want to go into negative happiness for like a cycle or two in order to get this thing moved? I think we shouldn't. I think we should not do that. So let's kind of come up with a suitable temporary placement for the electronics factory, which I think will be like here. Yeah, and I want to have a road over here. I didn't have to delete all that road. That's okay. And then this is definitely going to be shut off by default. How's our housing here? The ticket of a 223 is kind of a problem, actually. What can we shut off, though? Maybe one farm? I'd rather not. We have to shut off something in order to make this work. But I think like everything we have online is essential right now, pretty much. We can maybe shut off one house in this sector to put on a house in the other sector. I guess that's worth doing. Also to make sure we don't run completely out of alloy, so I might need to pause construction of this at some point, depending on how quickly our alloy production is proceeding. This alloy storage is full. We need a second alloy storage in here, because that's another thing that we don't have power for. So hopefully we can quickly crank out a bunch of plastic here. Let's see what we got going on in the overworld map here. Okay, so we need to get the Ixion over to Jupiter. For that, we need the batteries. We also have a bunch of people still to collect on Mars. We got iron over here. I think we have the... I actually dismantled the probe bay. I can't forget about that. That's pretty critical, actually. We have to get that back online. I don't know how I'm going to do that right now. This is not paused, so it should be under construction. I don't see a... We don't have an active workshop here. I'm going to shut off one of the farms for a minute to get a workshop online. We can fix that. Just for a minute. We also need a silicon storage. This power restriction is killer. Can we do anything from a technology standpoint? Building not powered. Well, that makes it difficult, doesn't it? Power, solar panels. Cost reduced by 10%. Power production increased by 2.5%. What's 2.5% of 244? That's gonna be roughly 6 points of power. I mean, that's something, I guess. It's not really what I want to spend my technology points on. Reducing the cost could be pretty helpful. That's going to help us out a lot in the long run, I think. We also don't have any science income right now, especially since this is shut down. I don't know why we can't get this logjam cleared, but it's taken so long because of the construction of this thing. I'm not sure. Let's pause that for a minute. It's a ship coming in with more people. What's our food supply now? 107, that's okay. So we can leave this off for a little while. We have 3 energy points to play with, which is just enough to bring out another storage. I think we might make that our silicon storage because we need to actually produce silicon. Do we have a silicon storage over here though? We don't. So this should become probably silicon storage for now. We don't have enough power for that though. I guess we could turn that off technically. We also have 2 of these. We could turn one of them off. That'll save us 5 energy, which is worth. Do we have any more silicon available that we could pick up in the sector? I think we have this guy, the Quicksilver, start picking up silicon. We can get that then once we get this built. Then we can produce another electronics component that'll enable us to move our stability thing. We can reallocate this. And hopefully by the time we get all that done, we'll have enough polymer to actually build another solar panel. Have to be careful because we're producing people fairly rapidly. We gotta make sure that we have... The power restriction is such a problem. Let's see how much, like the minute we have it, we can afford this, I think we have to buy it. 60 and 2. The 2 electronics components is kind of a problem. I really want to get this back online too, but it seems impossible right now. Oh, got a lot of homeless people over here. Maybe we shut one of these off for a little while. Let's shut them both off for the moment. So I think we have more workers than we can house. I mean, we're going to get stability issues if we keep it up too much. I think we might want to transfer a couple workers back here to be able to get this online if we have the option power-wise. Yeah, so let's transfer workers, like 10 of them from Sector 2 to Sector 1. It should be fine. We got plenty of extra workers here. And then somewhere along the way here, once we have the actual alloy saved up, then we're gonna work on getting batteries. This is on, right? Here we go. Okay, they're finally emptying this alloy out of here. Took them forever. So power is our big bottleneck right now. And power is bottlenecked on plastic. So it's just a matter of also silicon. We actually have to need both of those things. We don't actually need more people right now. Let's send this guy to go get silicon as well. Make iron secondary. I think we have an adequate quantity of iron, although it's not ideal. Any other buildings here we don't need that we could maybe turn off?
Population transfer complete.
Nice, okay. Oh, there's another silicon storage already, whoops. So we're gonna turn this back to electronics components. There we go. Let's remember what an electronics component looks like. I'm gonna turn that off for now, since we already have the silicon store here. There we go. And then let's start moving silicon into Sector 2. We don't have a silicon stockpile yet in Sector 2. That could be a problem, but one that we can solve by building a stockpile, obviously. I guess this can go here. A little bit of power to play with, not much, but a little bit. Was 25% of 389, it's just under 100, so we should be okay there. This should be okay too. But we don't have much room to expand. Can we get this back online? We have the people for it. Do we have the power? It's a 12 power. We can do that. So we're gonna keep accumulating some science points. Hopefully we'll get up to enough that we can get some of the benefits here, like the solar panel cost reduction. Got more iron coming in. So this is silicon, there we go. Need to get the alloy cleared out of this before we resume this construction, I think. Maxed out on power again. These are both shut off already. Thinking about giving up the science facility for another alloy storage, but I don't really want to. We actually have nothing left to mine right now. We should probably bring our miners back. I guess they're already heading back. We don't have any use for ice at the moment. I wonder if I should try to tech early into the nuclear reactor. I feel like that's probably a mistake, because they're so expensive. We need more steel mills first. Finally getting this backlog of alloy cleared slowly. We have enough plastic now, so I think what we do then I think I want to keep producing plastic because I want to have like 90 in storage before we start the solar panel, ideally. But we also need to start at the silicon factory. I don't think it makes sense for us to turn off the steel mill. I think we have enough done that we can maybe start this now, but I think we need another storage first. So we're gonna give up this for a little while again. I need to be able to keep up with the alloy production while we're building this. We have some alloy from this sector to come in here. Make sure we have power on people for this. We do. How's our food supply? We're still slightly above what we're eating, so that's good. That's right where we want to be. So now we're extracting these efficiently and also slowly building this up. This is turned off, right? So when this is available, at that point we're going to turn off the polymer factory. This is 30, so we actually have to turn off one of the steel mills and maybe something else. We probably should turn off this, because this isn't getting used right now. That'll do the trick, or that'll help anyway. Good, we have enough alloy now to actually finish this construction. Technically anyway, or we will by the time we're done unloading these things. People here are happy, living mostly in crew quarters. I think the stability debuff from being in the sector too long is going to hit us hard when it does hit us. Bit concerned about that. We got plenty of iron left to mine so far. So as soon as we get the second electronics component done, we have to turn this back on, which we could do now actually. Thinking we're going to have to shut down one of the steel mills, which I'm not really wild about, but I don't think we have much choice in the matter. Actually, before we build the solar panel, maybe it makes sense for us to move this, because we're going to get back the 2 electronics components that we spend on that. The other problem is I don't know exactly where I'm going to move that to. But I might just bump it down a square and put the road up there. I don't know. This is a really good location for this. I was thinking that this is going to be straight across the middle here, because that's kind of like the right width. But I have to move a whole bunch of buildings to make that work. We could start doing that now. I don't know where the buildings are going to end up, though, is the thing. just experimenting here. So this is also going to move, I think, the stockpile. Ideally, we'd like to have a road down here, but it's probably better if we have that extra space available to us. Let's plan on having a road going all the way across the middle here like this. That'll help delineate the area where the road's going to be. And then we're going to have to move this workshop. We'll have to build another one and then demolish this one. That road's not going to get built until we have an actual connection here. There we go. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the workshop here, put the road across there, demolish this road. Well, we're going to move the storage first and then demolish this road. What do we have room for down here? How many storages is this? That could be 2 storages with a little bit of wiggle room around them. This is exactly the right size though for 2 storages, so it's probably makes sense for us to have our storages in the middle here. Location of our little mess hall here kind of messes things up a little bit. No pun intended. This is almost done. That's good. I feel like I should be doing something else in the outer world sector, but I don't think there's anything for me to do here. Outer world sector, you know what I mean? In the solar system map. So 100 plastic, that's pretty nice. That's plenty for our purposes, so we're going to shut this off. How much do we need for this? 264 out of 248, ouch. It's going to take a while for that to produce as the thing, so I don't want to like shut off a whole bunch of grow beds or anything like that, if we can help it. I don't think we can help it though, I think it's unavoidable maybe. It's either that or the alloy. I think I'd rather have slightly shrinking food supply than be out of alloy. Though I'll have to significantly alter it here. 90% gives us 254 out of 248, so we need to free up another 4, basically. Do we turn that off? We could turn the carbon off, right? Because we're not using that currently. There's other carbon storage in this sector. There it is. So that gives us enough, right? 248 exactly. Do we shut up one more farm? Don't really want to do that. What we're doing right now, we only need 1 electronics component produced. We already have enough silicon in the current sector for that, so we could shut this off. And then we can bring this online with 3 energy to spare, which is good. And then this guy can start producing silicon, or electronics components rather. I'm gonna wait till we get 1 of those done. I don't know where these are going to wind up. I think they're going to have to be either like here or on the bottom row. Probably here's better, because this is the area where you can't build things against the hull. Not that it matters that much in Sector 2, because most of our stuff's not going to be hull dependent, I think. Kind of want this building to go away. Let's turn that off. Turn this on, and then we can demolish it. So doing that allows us to build here. Yes, that's a good temporary place at least for the lunicalism. So we gotta wait like 2 cycles for the electronics component to be done. Then we got a bunch of building to do because we're going to build a stability building, demolish a stability building, rebuild the first stability building, demolish the second stability building. So actually the lunicalism is going to go over here. This is where that's going to wind up. So I want the Marduk Memorial to be in the industrial sector because of the research potential upgrades that it has. In the meantime, let's just watch our cargo base here. Also watch our income of various resources. Should be alright. To make sure we're not overcrowding our 2 docking bays here. We could also think about going down to 1 docking bay, it occurs to me. We could put away our science ships. We can't put away the deuterium because that's on mission. We could put away the Francisca, move 2 of our cargo ships over to here, and then demolish this, and that would give us back 14 energy, 12 people, and a whole bunch of ally, however much that comes out to be. I kind of like that idea, even though it's not convenient for me in the long run. That also gives me a place to put the probe launcher if we need it in a hurry, which I think I might want to build up the probe launcher again soon, at least for a little while. So I think that could be a good plan. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so Francisca's going over there. I'm gonna wait till this happens. The only problem we have is that we're not able to empty the silicon or people stored here right now. In order to do that, we'd have to shut this down again, I think. We're halfway there to our to our next electronic component, that is. Okay, so so it's Quicksilver Viticuli. Okay, so we're running on 2 cargo ships now instead of 3. We can still run the Merkbah for now until we're ready to demolish that. That's our iron cargo ship. We probably actually, which one can I? Doesn't really matter. We could probably actually put away the Quicksilver and use this bay for the Merkbah. There we go. So we just need to produce like 1 more person here. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, shit.
Trust in your leadership is falling.
Sorry, guys.
Power supply overloaded.
Scare myself there.
Power restored.
At least nothing got caught on fire. That's what I care about. Nobody got injured or whatever. We haven't had our first accident yet. Accidents are going to be a huge pain. So we're going to have to like randomly start shutting stuff off. Like if we want to shut off the airlock in this circumstance, we'd probably have to shut off one of the steel mills if there was an accident. Maybe even more than that, depending on what the accident was. The sector was happy. Almost this is over 25% in this sector. Whoops. How did I manage that suddenly? Do the houses count against the homeless limit even if they're not turned on? Let's see that. People live in a building without power. Is that legal in this setup? It looks like we should have got another electronics component here because it went back to the beginning of this cycle. I don't see where that electronics component went. There it is. Okay, we do have one that exists now. So, let's... We're building in Sector 2 right now, so we're going to have the electronics component here. Can actually put both of them here. There we go. Now, we can do stability building. So this is going to be temporary. Curious to see whether the homelessness debuff goes away when we build this building, even though it's turned off. There's our iron supply in the sector doing... It's sort of dwindling relatively quickly, which I'm not super happy about. This isn't in use, so we can... we're actually done with this now, technically. So we could shut that off. That gives us options again. I think I want to run these guys for a little while. So we're going to put people in Sector 1 again, because we have a little smidgen of leeway in our housing here. The main reason I'm doing this is to free up this from the cargo bay, this person. And we can also start pulling silicon out of the cargo bay here. So we're trying to demolish this guy. In order to do that, we have to be able to clear all the resources out of this building. We need this in order to get our other electronics component here. How's our food supply? Food supply is actually doing quite well, despite the fact that we're not covering everything, supposedly. It might change over time. Maybe we bring some farms back on for now, since we have the power. There's the other farms that I shut off. There was one more, wasn't there? Oh, here it is. It's a juggling act, guys. Okay, so this is done, so we can shut this guy off again. Silver should be picking up iron, so I think we should be okay there. Okay, this is finally done, so we can actually demolish this now. We'll get our Prev launcher back and check for more iron deposits, I think. Hey Zanu, funny how the insect farms kind of look like a beetle. I never thought about that. Yeah, they kind of do, you're right. So actually the powered down housing does count, because people can still live there apparently when it's powered down, so no complaints, I guess. Let's... It's gonna be like a sloppy temporary housing accommodation. We'll turn the power off for this as well. I feel like this is kind of a bug. Like I shouldn't be able to have people live here without any kind of penalty. The building's not powered. This is a design oversight. We're up to 81 here, so we need to shut this off now. That should be good. And now we've also cleared out the people storage from here, so that's good. We already did that, yeah. So once we get... Okay, we got the new stability building built, so we're going to demolish the Marduk Memorial. We should probably think about, do batteries take power? Sounds like a funny question, but Turns out they do not. Gonna put one battery here. How much alloy do these take? Actually, 40. So we can build like 2 here for now. We'll hope that's enough. We'll see about that in a minute. And we can build another one there once we have the alloy. Or maybe it's better if we build one in each sector to begin with. This should be good as a temporary battery spot. Oops. Also have to remember to save enough alloy for the probe launcher. I'll keep an eye on this iron supply. Just taking forever to demolish. I'm not super happy about that. I wonder if she'd like turn off one of the steel mills temporarily. I think let's do that. I wonder if this is bugged somehow. Oh, I guess the people were busy building the battery. That's why it wasn't getting done. We can start accumulating power for a trip to Jupiter. A little bit of it anyway. Probably won't be enough to do it on one battery. This is also not getting done in any particular hurry. Mostly because of this, I think. More iron coming in, that's good.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Administrator, Klein Munchie algorithms have identified that staying too long in one system exacerbates dead Earth sickness. This collective trauma will not begin to heal till the crew can set foot on their new home. You cannot stay in a system that holds no hope for humanity. Well, that's gonna suck. I'm gonna demolish, turn both of these off because I just need this to get done. Need it to be done yesterday. Come on. I think it's bugged. Demolish. Building's not connected to an active workshop. It clearly is an active workshop. Does it not have road in the right spot? Yeah, that's what the problem is. Whoops. I'll do it. Okay, so we can turn these guys back on because since we solved that issue. Have excess power. What should we do with the excess power? Let's turn on the science, the tech lab for now. The other thing we could do is, okay, good, we got that demolition done finally. Now the Marduk Memorial needs to ultimately end up here. I'm trying to think what can we do with this little 5 space. Problem is it's like not quite the right size for us to build anything. I think if we did like this, then we could put houses there. we'd have a little more room on the other side. Let's do it like that. So food supply is going up, that's good. Food storage isn't maxed out, is it? No. Let's... So this is 40 for the next meal, and this is 25. But these... Oh, I guess this sector is almost 400, and this has only 240. Okay, so once that's done, we're going to demolish this, even though the people are going to be happy for a little while, because I need to build the solar panel. That's urgently needed. And then we can stop juggling so much. We can actually get stuff done. This is still not getting done. Maybe we do need this off after all. Let's turn one of them off. I think that helped a little bit. So somehow we have to... I think we need the housing research to get done. I think that's like the next thing on our hit list here. Optimized quarter, we have that available. We need 5 more science points. So I think we're going to research optimized quarter and then start refactoring all these things to make them more efficient. And then that'll hopefully free up enough room for us to be able to, whatchamacallit? For us to be able to rebuild both our second docking bay and the probe here somewhere. Still not done demolishing this yet. Thinking about, we could potentially put another alloy storage in here, and I think we'll ultimately need to do that at some point, but I don't want to do that if I can avoid it for a while, because I think right now we need to build space more. Then we need this to happen quickly. Okay, so we can eliminate genetic Canadas. And with the elimination of genetic Canadas, we can start working on stockpiling materials for our solar panels. And I think we've already got... I hope I don't need to spend resources on one of these things again, this sector. So we strip mined all the silicon in this sector. Now that we've almost destroyed this, it occurs to me that we might need that soon, but we'll need to... We'll have to use the probe launcher first, because this doesn't do us any good if there's nothing to mine. Kind of hoping we could get out of the sector and avoid this penalty, but just wasn't happening quick enough. We still don't have battery power in Sector 1. How we manage that? Oh, there's no active workshop. We can fix that. There we go. Okay, so this is effectively gone. We could actually build the probe launcher over here. We're not going to get the space bonus, but it's a place that we can put stuff, and that's not nothing. I think we're going to start shifting our storages over this way more. I do want to have this be a storage at some point. So I think this. Let's bring this in like that. I don't think we're going to be able to move this workshop. Actually, we might have to. We probably want to move the workshop down one, actually. So let's move the workshop first. Maintenance workshop. So I'm going to temporarily. I guess this could actually be the workshop in this slot here. So what I'm thinking is I want the workshop to line up with this. In order to do that, we would have to move. We'd have to like remove one of these storages and collapse this down. I think this is going to be okay for right now. I think I can move the farms to the bottom row, maybe, so that we can phase them out as we open up a new sector and go into agriculture more. That'll open up more room for industrial stuff. Let's path this a little bit better though. Well, as long as we have this temporary installation, might as well not hinder our logistics here. So this guy is going to replace that farm up there, which we could start demolishing now if we wanted to, but I'm going to wait for alloy to at least get allocated here, I think. So this is waiting for, waiting for those two electronics components. And then I think we need to manufacture more electronics components. This is going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to turn this off. We're going down to negative. We're losing hull integrity again, which is unfortunate. Can we turn this on? No, of course not. Let's see. Can't turn that off right now. We can turn this off right now. And let's try to free up one more storage. We can free up this empty plastic storage, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Oh, it's not. Is it not producing anything without this? Hold on. I need to disable. I think we mined all the silicon that's available, right? Yeah. So turning this off, turning that on. So I think we've just started the solar panel construction's at 50%. Not bad. And then we need to get our probe launcher back online before it's too late. So we better start working on that. What?
Overloaded.
What just happened? What did I just build? Okay, whatever. We'll turn this off for now until we figure that out. That puzzles me. What did we just do here? It wasn't this. It was the farm. That's what it was. Got to turn the farm off. My bad. So we got almost enough tech points to do the housing research, which is going to be a big step for us. Okay, we got that out of the way. So now I'm going to start moving storages around here. I think I want to demolish this. I was thinking about having two for a while, but I think it makes more sense to get rid of that right now. Get the power back. So this is going to be a permanent location for iron storage, I think. And yes, I didn't turn that off because I'm leaving 3 power available for it. Although by the time we're done that, we may have the solar panel built already. Okay, so we got that. We can turn this off of iron, so that's going to get emptied out. And then we can demolish this. And then what I'm trying to do is make room for this electronics factory to go up across here, and then move all these things that are kind of just jumbled into random locations.
Integrity below 50%.
How close are we to the solar panel? Pause it for a minute if we need to, but let's wait till we're down to like, I don't know, a little bit less. I think I need to turn this off in order to make this thing get emptied out in a timely fashion. Shoot, we're gonna get bottlenecked because... I'll wait for this to be done and then we'll turn this back on again. That should sort it. Actually, we could turn this on because that doesn't have any iron allocated to it yet. Let's do that now. Meanwhile, we're building this. And we're down to 400 units of iron available in our area here. That's only 0.9 cycles of backup power, which I don't like so much. What's the trip to Jupiter? 2.3 cycles. So we'd be on out of power part of the time at our current setup. So I have to produce more batteries. I'm gonna wait till that's done first. It's almost cleared. Be able to demolish this at this point. Oh, I gotta wait for this one iron to move. There we go. I think a dude has to come along and actually demolish this. Solar panels online. Nice. Okay, so we're getting our hull integrity back, but more importantly, we can get our second steel mill back. Start getting alloy produced again. We could even think about this, maybe? Yeah. So now we can produce both plastic and electronics at the same time. More power! That's right. It's already going to my head. Okay, so now this is going to be carbon. Permanent location. And then that'll be enough for the electronics factory, I think. So as soon as the current silicon chip is done, then we'll empty out that factory. This can be online. Waiting for this impatiently for this to get done. I think now that we have the extra power, I'm going to spring for the other alloy storage. No, you know what? We can afford to wait. Let's just wait. At this point, we already hit the stability debuff, so hurrying isn't going to do much for us other than prevent us from dying. I wish they would stockpile like 10 alloy units in the airlock instead of delivering to it all the time. Okay, we got the new carbon, so let's remove this one. I'm gonna move this other farm down. Mark this as high priority, just to see if it can get done any faster. I don't think it's going to make a difference. The reason I'm not demolishing this right away is because I want to use the trucks from this to help move stuff. I think that makes it a little bit quicker. That's my theory anyway. Okay, so we demolished that. How's our... We just finished an electronics component, so this is a good time to demolish our electronics factory, actually. And then we're going to fit in this beautiful, perfect rectangle. And I'm going to situate the electronics factory right in the middle next to the plastic plant. And this guy's under construction now, which is good. And we have enough power that we can actually turn him on as soon as he becomes available. We could think about getting more people at this point. I think we should start doing that again. Do we want them in Sector 1 or Sector 2? I think we want them in Sector 2. We'll just do 1 for right now. We do want to get everybody unpacked sooner or later. And then let's put another farm over here. And I'll demolish this one after its current cycle here. We got our probe launcher, yay. Okay, auto build probe. Alright, and now these roads can go away. Wait for those guys to move first. Oh, he deleted the things anyway, whatever. I guess I have to repath whenever I change the roads. Okay, we need to start. We're gonna have to move somewhat urgently, I think, in the near, not too distant future. So we need to start putting the batteries down. Now, these could be temporary. They're pretty easy to move. They don't have personnel or power requirements or anything like that. But actually, let's wait until we get the demolition of the electronics. No, we got enough electronics components. We can work on that. It's fine. We'll prioritize that one since it's already in progress. Really hoping we can find another nearby iron supply. A little concerned about how our hull integrity is going to look once we start moving again. We might have to demolish something temporarily and put in another EVA airlock. Okay, we got our probe. I thought I saw another iron there for a second. Where'd it go? There it is. So we got some iron over at Jupiter. See if we can find anything closer to us right now. Oh, there's a big iron deposit over there. It's a big deposit. We're going to be moving farther away from it in a second. So let's get that sooner rather than later. So I'm thinking we could start transferring farms from Sector 1 to Sector 2, because we have a little bit of extra space to play with. I think that's a good idea for us, because that's going to enable us to put more space stuff in this space sector. We also have the technology, the housing technology to worry about. Let's do that. And so it's optimized quarter. We do have a somewhat limited supply of plastic. We are producing more of it though, theoretically. Building storage is full. Because our plastic's turned off. Our stockpile, that is. This is still being demolished. Probably because they're busy building the batteries. Think about demolishing this for a battery. I think that's a good idea because we got plenty of silicon left in the other sector. We're not going to need this here for a little while. We demolish the batteries when we get in the next sector once we don't actually have a need to move around the ship anymore. So do we didn't get our iron scouted yet.
A probe has completed its...
Now we did. Okay, so now we got to decide. We have to free up one of our bays here. If we could get the move to Jupiter done, that would be helpful because we could get a third ship in this that's not a science ship. Which one is our primary iron miner? That's the Merkaba. So we're gonna deallocate the VTIC. Oops. Can't be unassigned while docked. Oh, it's unloading its cargo. That's what it was. Okay. And we'll put in the Zealot. And the Zealot can go in Iron Mine, that's fine. Sector 2 is no longer specialized in industry. But that's because we did rid of the electronics factory, I guess. So we're not gonna... I don't know if we're gonna use this again right away, but we're gonna allocate that here. So that should give us our industry specialization back, if nothing else. Um, 0.7 cycles here. We can also turn stuff off to increase our battery life. I think we're going to need this plastic thing soonish, maybe? There's no carbon in the sector to collect, so we can demolish this for now too. Maybe use that for another battery slot. Okay, here's our iron. Optimized quarter technology, finally. Okay. So let's see. This takes 40, 2 power, 15, 1 power. So I think what I want to do... I have so many homeless people in this sector already that we can't really afford to just demolish stuff willy-nilly. So what we're going to do here... So I'm going to build a house over there. We're going to build a house over there. And then we're going to demolish 2 of these houses and replace them with an optimized quarter. And then we'll demolish the new houses that we built. You get the idea. So this just increases the amount of... These each store 15 crew members. This stores 40 crew members, and it takes up the same space as 2 of those, so it's giving us an extra 10 crew members for the same footprint and the same power consumption. Costs a little bit more alloy. We are needing to pause this because we're out of alloy. Well, we can do these one at a time, I guess. This can also be paused for a while. We don't need this immediately. They're running up against the clock here, though. We are getting more iron mines, so that's helping. Or will help. But we can get to Jupiter, we can get a second cargo ship running iron. That's going to help us out, too. We also have a stockpile of like 100 iron on board, so even if we're using it faster than we're gathering it, we'll still be good for a little while. Okay, so we got that. Let's demolish this guy now. And then resume this. Kind of worried about the fact that we can't afford a second EVA airlock. But there's nothing we can do about that, except hope for the best when we travel, I think. We could stall, but when we stall, we'll just use up all the available iron in the sector. We have another probe available. We can also get some more iron deposits available. Here's another one. That makes me feel better. We got another high resource deposit here. Bye, probe. Nice if we could build a reusable ship to scout instead of sending out a probe each time. Even if it costs us like 30 plastic, it'll save us in the long run. Or it would, you know, if that was allowed. So waiting for these to get done. It's hindered by this and the fact that we're not producing, we don't have enough alloy. We're vacuuming the alloy out of here as quickly as it's being produced, moving it over into here to help with this construction and everything. We got another probe available. So that's going over here. I think we have more iron available around Jupiter. It's not a lot, but it's something. At some point we should probably scout for like more carbon as well. I think we are slowly losing iron at the moment. I think after we send out this next probe, we could maybe demolish this and get our other cargo port back. Although we don't have the alloy technically for it right now. We might have to wait on that. 60. Well, the probe launcher is actually more alloy, so maybe we could do that. Let's see. What do we got going on here? We could also demolish the electronics factory, I guess. Let's do that. It'll make things a little more fluid. We still have the space reserved on the board for it, so we can build stuff there. I'm gonna put a road, actually let's put a storage at the end of that to mark where that is. I think that's gonna be, in fact, the electronics component storage. We could also make this could also be two houses, like this. I think that's worth. Let's do these houses first, though.
A probe has completed its scan.
There's a lot of iron over there. Any more over here? Oh, thought I saw... That'll do. It's a little bit closer to Jupiter, so that'll help us out. A little bit closer to our current position also, which isn't bad. Just on the edge of homelessness here in this sector. Okay, we're up to 80 now because we demolished that. That helped us out a lot. So let's go ahead and build an optimized quarter here. So this is awaiting demolition, I think. We can demolish this now as well, now that this is built.
A probe has completed its scan.
What are we doing on our power? Sector 1's still only at 0.7 because we built these houses instead of the batteries. That's why. So once this is done, we'll put an optimized quarter there. Then I'm going to put another one here, I think. This is kind of an awkward arrangement here. I probably want to adjust this arrangement of houses a little bit. I think the one that I'm placing now is going to be in the right location, but I'm not sure about some of the other ones here. I think what we're going to want to do is get rid of this guy, put a road on the other side of here. That's our optimized quarter. Let's look for some carbon if we can. There's some. That's going to keep us in probes. And we have an option to build another solar panel. We need it, though we don't at this moment. We probably will soonish. So I also want to see if there's any other tech lab upgrades available. Personal computer doesn't do that much for us. To get tier 3 in order to get the next tech lab science production upgrade. So that's a ways away. That's going to be in the next sector. I forgot I got them under my food supply because we're still producing people here. We should probably produce more people faster. Yeah, we got our new optimized quarter. That's good. I'm going to redo this road. I'm going to start rebuilding these guys. I'm thinking actually, what do we put the optimized quarters like this? Does it buy us anything versus doing it the other way? Not really. Except it's going to take up the same footprint either way. Trying to think there's a way we can eliminate the second road. But I don't think we can. I think we need that regardless. No steel mill's gonna fit down there, I don't think. Sorry, fiddling, fidgeting. Okay, so this would have demolished 3 of these houses here. Yeah, because we're doing this, we should probably pause people production. That's very alliterative. Sorry about that. I'm gonna wrap up my stream real soon here. I don't want to forget what I'm doing, but I guess the housing optimization process is fairly obvious anyway. Oh, people are not happy about the homelessness here. Shoot, I made mistakes were made. Let's try to get one thing online here.
A probe has completed its
Quickly. Okay, now that that's allocated, we can start working on this one. I'm gonna eliminate one of the roads here. So it should be like that, yeah. Could transfer people back to the other sector, but that's almost at the homelessness cap too. I think it's better to just wait for this to be done, because it should be done in a minute. Once that's done, it should alleviate this temporarily, and then when this is done, it's going to alleviate it more permanently. I did this one first because it's faster build. I'm going to limit the amount of time spent in negative. Okay, so we're back to neutral. That's good. So now this one should be built. Once that's built, I think I'm going to leave this in place until we've finished our remodeling here. What about the other sector? We still need the batteries here, right? We're still doing this. This build is taking forever, actually. We're not quite meeting the demand of alloy in this sector here. We still only have 1 alloy storage here, that's the problem. Spending all of his time delivering to here, probably. If this ever actually finishes, then we can... Okay, we're back up to 600 units available of iron. Some of them are kind of far away, but... Like what's on this side of the solar system. As long as we're still over here. Our iron level is still plummeting. And I don't think this is going to make much difference, but should help a little bit maybe. Okay, let's see. So we got another another thing built there. We're doing it on farms. This can go away. This can go away. Connect this through here temporarily. We just need room over here to build our batteries, which we would get if we can get this. Actually, we have one space here where we could build a battery over here. Still kind of have to wait for this to be done. Or maybe let's do another alloy storage first. It's enough room for an alloy storage. That'll help us get things done over here. Back up to 76 iron, that's not bad. Okay, this is finally in progress. And then this is in the works.
A probe has completed its scan.
So we're back up to about 1,000 iron available for us in the sector between what needs to be mined and what's already mined. We're good for a while. As long as we're okay staying in neutral stability, which seems to be fine for the moment. Not sure how that's going to hold up to the next sector. We have to worry about stability again soon. Okay, we got some of that going on. So what are we doing here? We need this back road regardless. Trying to think how to optimize this space the best. We got two of these. I thought there was only one back here, so we can actually go ahead and work on these guys. Or do we... I don't know what the most efficient arrangement of these things is. I write a computer program that creates an optimal arrangement of Ixion buildings for me. Alright, kind of want this to be there. Problem is, building it there is a problem because of the way these things are laid out currently. Maybe let's just use this space for a battery for right now. So we can actually finally get to Jupiter. Can we actually build a battery anywhere currently? We have a spot there, actually. Hey Cannonball, how's it going? Catching the tail end of my stream here. I gotta wrap up in like 5 minutes. The stockpile connected is enough carbon. Yeah, we don't have any carbon ship right now. Yeah, sorry about that. How you doing though? I could also... It occurs to me I'm not using these cryonic centers. Let me demolish one of these just to make more space available. Okay, we finally got that done. That's gonna be a battery for now. Demolish one of these since we're not using both. I think it's fantastic. I really enjoy it. So I started playing through this game on regular difficulty. I got about probably 3/4 of the way through the game, and then they came out with a new update that had a hard mode. So I'm like, I'm gonna start over again and play the game in hard mode. So this is technically my first playthrough, but I kind of already have a pretty good amount of experience with the game. So I'm having a good time with it. I really like it. It's not extremely difficult from my perspective, but it's intense. It makes you feel like you're under pressure all the time. But it's also like kind of chill a little bit in a way, as you're kind of like waiting for stuff to get done and get built, all that. So it feels a lot like SimCity. If you haven't, whether you should get it. Well, what kind of do you know? Have you ever played SimCity or any of those kind of games? Okay. Let's trying to think how to describe it. I mean, it's basically like you're building stuff, but it's like sort of a resource management balancing game. The general concept is that the space is trying to kill you all the time. It's like breaking apart your hull, trying to destroy your ship, and you have to mine resources from the sector in order to repair your ship, and then you have to like build up, houses and food supplies and all that kind of stuff to keep your people happy, because you're like this is like the Ark. It's like the last survivors of humanity, from Earth, kind of thing. Not to over micromanage things. I wouldn't say, it depends on what your definition of micromanagement is. I don't like this. I mean, I misspoke there. I would say I don't consider this a high micromanagement game compared to some other games I played. It's not like Command and Conquer or something where you have to like command individual units and get them to do stuff. There's a lot of automation. Like you can see this cargo ship is like going out and harvesting cargo and then coming back by itself and dropping stuff off. So like there's a lot of kind of simple automation like that makes the game not super complicated. But there is a lot of like, one thing you have to do a lot of is manage the space that you have available and rebuild stuff. So like right now I just got a tech upgrade that lets me produce bigger housing buildings that can hold more people. So what I have to do now is I have to go through and demolish all my existing houses and build back new ones in order to optimize my space, so I have a little more space available to build, because I'm building on a space station, so there's only like so many places that I can put stuff. So depending on what your definition of micromanagement is, you could say that's micromanagement, or you could say that's just part of the process of building stuff. So I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that helps. And it's got a plot. The story is pretty interesting. There's kind of like this unfolding sort of interstellar travel plot where you're like chasing after the ruins of other human space civilization kind of thing, and all kinds of weird stuff happens, and there's like an event system where things will happen, and the crew will ask you for something, and you have to decide like, do I promise that I'm going to give them this within 30 days, or do I say no, I can't do that, and if I do the promise, then I get a bonus, but if I promise and I fail, then I get a penalty, that kind of thing. Let's see. Let me get some more iron available. So I just sent out a probe to go find more resources. So you can actually see the probe flying out here. But you don't really have to like follow it or do anything with it. You don't have to give it different orders as it flies or anything like that. The only thing to watch out for is your more permanent ships, like the mining and cargo ships, can get hit by space weather. So you have to like kind of watch them and make sure the space weather's not coming, but you'll see it coming in advance generally. You just have to call those things back to your ship if they're in the path of it. Although I did lose, on my first playthrough, I did lose a bunch of ships that way the first time I encountered the space weather. Let me think, what am I building right now? I need to be building something. I'm done with this. I need to get back my electronic components. There we go. Probably need to start. I need to get my other docking bay back, probably. I could probably. Let me kill this. I think I'm kind of done with the probe launcher for right now. Let's get my other docking bay back. So this is like one of my major high-tech buildings that I'm just like pulling apart so I can build another one of these guys. So I just don't need that anymore right now. And I do need this space to build it in. There's also like a bonus for putting stuff in the same... The space station is divided up into sectors. There's 6 different sectors that go around the space station and it wraps around. And it gives you some kind of bonus depending on what the sector is filled with. So this sector is going to be my space sector. It's got all my docking bays and my probes and my airlocks for doing hull repairs and stuff like that. And then this sector is currently sort of a split farming industrial sector, but it's eventually just going to be my industrial sector. I'm going to move the farming to another sector. I'm quite low on iron. Alright, I wonder if I should... Let me call back the mining ship and put out another cargo ship for now. Come on, there he is. Yeah, that'll do. I guess I haven't done any carbon mining, that's okay. Alright, so over here, what are we building? We got that. I think I want to... Or my food supply is actually maxed out. Whoops. So we can actually get rid of this farm. It's a good time to do that. And I'm going to get rid of this.
A probe has completed its scan.
So I could actually, if I wanted, leave it in this weird shape and use this extra space. I think I'm going to try to avoid doing that just because I don't want to have the roads be that wacky kind of shape. Let's see what this comes up to though. I think I'm going to have another 2 storages like that ultimately. And then this, and then that'll be housing. And then once I get that, I can also do this. Still waiting on the demolition of that. I don't know what I'm going to actually do with these storages. I guess it's going to be my alloy storage from over here, maybe. No, I can eliminate this electronics component storage probably. I think I can start that now because I don't have anything in that storage. I also need to... I guess I'm good on batteries here. How am I doing on batteries over here? 2.1. I need one more battery over here. I have so much space here now because I demolished that, oops. Let's click that. I demolished that, cryo bay thing. Let's see. Maybe this should be silicon storage? Yeah, let's do silicon. Or no, I'll get rid of this alloy storage first, I think. gonna get this infirmary online because I'm gonna forget about it later. Okay, so we got this cleared. Let's get our roads built here. And I probably want to get those farms moved next. Trying to like consolidate and compact everything and make it more efficient. Make room for more people also. Gotta keep growing our population. More people come in these cryonic storage pods, and you have to unpack them out of the pods, so you can kind of decide how quickly you want to bring people on board. Okay, we have that, so we can build back our other docking bay at this point. Alright, I think I'm going to have to wrap it up there. I would have liked to go a little bit longer, but I'm out of time here. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. Zinlu and Cannonball, good to see you both. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you next time. Take care, folks. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hang on. Take care, dude.